It's your girl, Angiera Marie, International Angiera. Most of you probably know me from Hot 914 Radio. Big shout out to my crew over there and to Sean Montgomery, as I haven't been in the studio for a very long time. Today, I wanted to take some time and speak to some of my friends across the globe because I'm International Angiera, and we're looking at this COVID-19 situation. And I think that it's really important to know that we are all in this together. We're not in this alone. And I think that a lot of people are kind of in distress behind the COVID situation and being on lockdown or being in quarantine. And I just want everyone to be encouraged. And we want to talk about what's going on, because here in the US, you know, we have certain restrictions, but in different countries, there's different restrictions. So I want to make sure that we can all get together and talk and encourage one another and just see what's going on in other parts of the world. So on the line with me right now, I have Drew from Gujarat, India. Hi, Drew. Thanks for joining me today.
Hello, Angie. Thanks for calling me on your channel today.
Oh, thank you. And Drew is like my little brother in India. His family actually hosts me when I'm there. So I'm so excited to have some time to actually see him. And the nice thing about this is that I call it the COVID and company, because my friends from all over the world are keeping me company. Since we can't see each other because of social distancing, at least we can see each other here and chat and meet each other. So also on the line, I have Mr. Surubis, my favorite designer from USA, and he's calling in from Burkina Faso, West Africa. Is that right, Issa?
Yes, it is. Hey, Angie, how are you? Good to be on with you.
Oh, it's good to see you. I'm so excited. I'm looking in this background and I'm seeing Africa behind you. And I'm so
yes.
I wish I was in Africa right now. Oh gosh. And just to tell you, Sorbis is one of my favorite designers. Actually, he is my favorite designer right now. And he hosts me all across the world. And we get to do fabulous shows together when we can travel. So I'm really looking forward to that, to rock his fabulous designs on the next runway. So we're just excited, and I have lots of pictures and everything. You can check out my Facebook from our shows in Africa, in Canada, in Paris. We've been all over, right, Soro?
Yes, indeed, we have. I can't wait for us to get back on the road.
Yes.
So, you know, I'm excited.
All right, thank you. And also on the line, I have my sister from a different mister, Miss Sasha G. Hi, Sasha.
Hi.
And
How
Sasha is good. How are you?
Blessed and highly favored by God. It's so great to see you. You look so good.
Oh, it's great to see you.
Doing good with you.
Gosh, I love Sasha. She's actually calling in from Kingston, Jamaica.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thank you so much.
See me have on regular t-shirt. It's just a get up and go day.
That's it. I mean, this is the COVID way, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I managed to get out of my PJs because I just wear PJs. I stay in the house. So, how's everyone feeling?
Feeling good now because now it's
well,
time
grateful.
to share.
Drew, you said you're feeling good?
Yes, I'm feeling good because I'm spending my time with my family, and this is only time that I can spend without having any kind of burden of the work on me.
Nice. And see, that's a good outlook to have, because a lot of people are upset that they have to be stuck inside with the family.
We can take this in a positive manner too.
Yes. And Soro, what about you? How you feeling?
Well, I'm feeling good. You know, we've always been on the go, Angie. So this is a time for us to take a pause and, take a deep breath and, reconstruct and, reorganize. So it's a good thing. I don't say it's that bad. It's a good thing, to reconsider everything. That's how I'm
Got you.
feeling.
Now, I have to say for you, it must be kind of difficult because you can't come home right now.
Yes, kind of, sort of. That is home away from home. Like I said, I'm not gonna complain. It looks like it's the same everywhere. So
Yeah,
the main thing to do is just be safe. Just be safe because it's the same thing going on everywhere.
that's good. All right. And Sasha, what about you? How are you feeling?
Well, at first, it was really just a big shocker in how many people have died. And, when it became a pandemic, everybody was just flustered and, wondering what's happening, because a lot of people did not really understand what this COVID was really all about. But then I count it as my blessing because I get time to create a new online business. I get time to teach my son more, get to know him more, and
Yes.
just do things you wouldn't normally do on a day-to-day basis. Like sometimes your job takes up so much time that you don't really get to understand the whole impact or qualities that you have inside, and these hidden agendas that could have been something that would have just bring out that whole idea that you have in your mind and you just never really got around to do it. I just take
Right.
the opportunity and just try to be safe and just take the special precautions that we need to take.
Wow, that's awesome. I'm glad you said that because I'm thinking along those lines a little bit myself, because I normally would not be here on Facebook Live doing this kind of thing. It may have been something that crossed my mind, but being too busy and being at work, and it would just be something that comes and goes. So,
Right.
it is that time to like pull out your creativity.
Right.
And I do want to talk to you later about what you're doing as far as the business thing, but we'll move on to some other things first.
Yeah.
So let me ask you all, what kind of restrictions, starting with you, Drew, in Gujarat, what kind of restrictions are there in Gujarat, and how long have you all been on lockdown?
See, here right now I'm in different state of India, in
Mm-hmm.
Punjab,
Oh,
at my
okay, you're in
native
Punjab.
place. But yes, but all over India, rules are almost same. Traveling is totally banned. You cannot travel from one place to another place. Okay. In
Wow.
emergency case, you can go outside only in emergency cases, and for that you need a permission. If you are not taking permission, then you should have a valid proof that for what thing you are going out. Okay. And it's been 37 days today, and it it will not get okay. Then government will plan to carry on this lockdown further until India gets relief from COVID-19 deadly virus. It's a deadly virus, so we have to stay in the lockdown.
Wow. So you can only go out for food?
Yes, for food, for if I want to go hospital, then only I can go. For food I can go. And in hotspot cities like Vadodara, Ahmedabad, in that cities, even you cannot go outside for this thing. If you want to go hospital, then only you can go outside. If you
Wow.
want food, then you can just you can just go to online shop and you can tell them to deliver to your home.
Oh, wow. That's terrible. I saw a video, and I think I shared it with you a couple weeks ago, where there were guys driving around in the streets and the police were beating them with sticks.
Yeah.
And,
Yes.
and I was like, is that really going on in India?
Yes, it is, because people are not listening or obeying to the government, and government is taking really very much care of us. So police have to take some strict actions on this kind of people, because they are just playing with their own life. They're playing with other lives too.
Right. Can the children go outside to play?
No, no one can.
Wow.
Because one section 144 is imposed here. It's known as curfew, and one said it's lockdown, so you cannot go outside.
Wow. And Sorbus, how about there in Burkina Faso? What are the restrictions? Are you allowed to go outside, and how long have you all been on lockdown? Okay. I think we're getting freezing in his phone. Sasha, what about you in Jamaica? What are the restrictions, and how long have you all been on lockdown?
Well, the restrictions are, it started 14 days, but it's been extended.
Okay.
So, you're not able to go out and do your usual shopping like you used to. You're not able to, your children are not allowed to play. You are not allowed to, the normal thing that you would do. Get up, go shop, go to the gym, go exercise, whatever you want to do. It's
Right.
taken away. You're restricted from doing those things because of the gathering. It's the elimination of gathering, and the government is doing everything he can to ensure that there is no gathering, or you're just allowed to stay at home. I
Mm-hmm.
have my house in maybe 7 days now.
Wow.
Wouldn't even make any sense. Like today, I wouldn't be able to leave today on a Monday, but there's a possibility that I might leave on a Wednesday, because I think Wednesday it's a regular shopping day that the government is organized for persons to go out and get their stuff. So,
Wow. So it has to be the specific day.
and if you're caught in a time, and there's also a curfew, so
Mm.
if caught on the street, maybe about after 6 or so, there's a penalty or a fine that you'll have to pay, or you'll be arrested.
Wow. That's something.
Right.
See, here we can go out, and actually, I went out yesterday. I've been staying in the house a lot. I actually pulled off a good like 14 days in the house where I did not even open my door to go outside. But we're not that restricted. Here, we're restricted. We're supposed to stay inside, but no one checks to see if you have moving papers or anything like that. And you can go out. They say if you want to go walk or to exercise, you're free to go out, but we have to stay 6 feet away from each other. So practice social distancing, and we have to wear masks, and they recommend you wear gloves. But even when I was out yesterday, I saw people with no masks, no gloves. You go into grocery stores and there's people are not practicing social distancing.
You, I think sometimes you have a little bit of that here, especially last week,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a lockdown for 7 days where you're not supposed to leave your house, period, none at all for 7 days. And then after that 7 days was up, everybody was rushing from their home to get things for their kids, their family, and
Right,
wasn't a lot of social distancing that was being practiced at that time. And I can understand because everybody just want to get what they need to get and go. And
right,
wasn't any other all of this stuff. So you do have that time when you don't have any social distancing. And that's when the government decides to say, okay, if it's not being practiced, this is what we're gonna have to do. That's when the fine and the charges come in because of not practicing, and persons who were not obeying the regulations and the rules,
right.
and cannot go on the public transportation without a mask.
Mm-hmm.
Not taking you on the public transportation without mask. There's still people that still go around and they don't wear a mask and still doing their own thing. But then the Bible really tells us too that we need to obey the rules of the land, and if that's the case, we need to take precaution. I think there's still a lot of people that still don't take it seriously,
Right.
but I just try to do what I can do. I don't go out. I haven't been out. Usually, I'm on the beach.
Right.
I miss it so much. I'm getting teary eyes right now. I miss it so
Oh, I can
because
imagine.
early morning workout, I would just say, okay, and the beach is right there. And, knowing you can't even go, it's hard. But
Wow.
I just count my blessings still.
Yeah, we have to count our blessings, and we have some of the same rules because there is an ordinance for the social distancing. Like I could call 911 if someone's not practicing social distancing, and they could be fined. But it's like, who's really going to stand around and take that kind of time to call and wait for the police? It's just like, just move. Just get out of the situation. So I just stay inside. When the numbers were really high here, they are going down.
Right.
I remember like about a week or so ago, we were losing more than 700 people a day here in New York.
I know.
So
I see
like around Easter.
I've
So
been reading and seeing the statistics, and it's crazy. I had to just take myself away from it, like not
right,
the news, not visiting the websites, not watching CNN, not watching CBS. I had to put myself in that format where it's something that's gonna make me laugh.
got you.
Because we haven't gotten to the mental state of it yet. How it can mentally drain you.
Yes,
May not be affected by it, but persons who are affected, and just your heart in general goes out to families. I mean, I
right,
my mom, and it's still a sensitive situation where people are losing their family members. You know what I mean?
right.
Yeah.
Yes. So, have you had anyone close that's been suffering with the virus or had any symptoms or
Well, to
testing
God,
yet?
I haven't had any immediate family members, and nobody that I know like I know them.
Mhm.
So no, I haven't. I have not. But I've heard of situations and I've seen it in news that, no
Oh,
close relatives or friends or family members have been
that's
affected.
good. It's the same here for me. Drew,
Yeah.
what about you? Do you have
No, there is no one.
no one?
No, no
That's
one.
awesome. That's awesome.
Because here there are very few patients are there in my state.
Yes.
So thanks to God.
Yes, thank God. Sorbis, do you have anyone that you know personally or close to you that's been affected by the virus, had any symptoms, been tested positive for the virus?
Well, I have a friend of mine actually who died from it like 4 weeks ago. I
Oh,
haven't seen him
wow.
in 6 months or so. He
Yeah,
was a stage decorator, fashion producer, and all of the good things. And then
condolences.
he lost his life within what 3 days actually when it happened. So
Ooh,
yeah, I mean, one way or the other, we all being affected. We know somebody who died from it or suffering from it. Yes, yes, it's real. It's real.
right. Got
Yeah.
you. So as far as government, um, is the government providing any assistance financially or medically there in Burkina Faso?
Well, in Burkina Faso, I heard those who are sick, once they get to the hospital, we are taking charge. They take care of them. Everything is taken care of, and they don't have to pay for any kind of medication. That
I
is what I
see.
heard officially. I don't really know how it works, but yeah, the government has decided because I heard some kind of specific funds have been allocated to the COVID, the fight against the COVID. And then once you
Okay.
get to the hospital, that's how it works. But again, you have to really know somebody who's really been through everything or close, or somebody who works at the hospital to tell you exactly what's going on. But that's what I heard. Yeah.
Okay. Drew, what about in India? Is the government providing any assistance, either financially or medically, for people affected?
Yes, government is trying their best to make public safe from the spread of COVID-19. Government is giving salary to the government employees and appealing to private sectors to give the salary of the workers. And in medical services, government is sanitizing the roads and providing free medical service from medicine to else everything in government hospitals, and government is sanitizing each and every place that has been contacted with infected peoples.
Mm.
Okay, very good. And Sasha, what about in Jamaica? Is the government providing any assistance, assistance financially or medically?
Yeah, yes, I think they do. I've seen persons like single mom like me and who's currently unemployed. The government is doing that. They're also doing a lot with the healthcare sector where they have different hospitals that are reserved for persons who have been affected or need to be tested for COVID. So yes, I've seen a drastic change. It still needs a lot more work, but
Right.
progressing, and they're doing a good job.
Okay, that's good. I do know that here that a lot of people are actually able to apply for unemployment if they're not working. So there is some government funding for it. It's been kind of held back. A lot of people are like getting a little impatient because they're not seeing the funds come yet. There are a lot of food banks, so people can get food. So that's very helpful. My church actually has a pantry, and they weekly are giving out food, so we can benefit from things like that. Um, let's see. The next thing I wanted to ask about is employment. Like for each of you, are you currently out of work because of this situation, or are you able to work from home? Let's start with Sorbis.
Well, listen, you know, we work in fashion, and fashion is close contact with a lot of people. You have to take measurement, you have to do feeling. So it's a little bit risky. Wherever you are in the world, it's going to be the same measures that you have to apply. You know, the
Right.
same sense of, you have to pay attention. You know, so technically, we can't do anything. You know, we
Right.
can't work, we can't do anything. We are affected. You know, I was gonna have a show right here in Burkina Faso. That's one of the reasons why I'm here. You know, everything was ready for the show to happen when
Right.
COVID came over. You know, so
What can you do?
yeah, I can do anything. Can do anything in fashion. Can.
Yeah. So we have to plan a virtual show, Soro.
Yeah, maybe we have to do that. But the good thing is, you know, as a designer, we're all trying to make some face masks to help people around, those who can have access to the medical one.
Yes.
At least, you know, this is what we're doing. At first, I didn't want to do it because I was like, okay, this is so medical. You can't just get up and do any kind of face mask, you know,
Right.
until we get some approval from medical authorities or pharmacists and what have you, and they give us some instructions, some guidelines, and we're trying to help out any way we can. You know, that's all we
Yes.
can do for right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because that's one of my questions was, are you doing anything creative since if you're at work, like what are you doing at home? And I
I
see
have,
masks. They're fabulous. And I
yes, I
like
have some
because
face.
they're
Mhm.
sleek. They're like, they're really, they're not too busy. They're simple and
Yes,
they have the Sorbus logo. But
yes. And again, we're
yeah,
trying to
hold it
keep
up
it.
for us.
We're trying to keep it as professional as we can. You know, that's
Yes.
why I'm doing it only in white, just so people who use it, when it gets dirty, they can just go and wash it again and then use it
Okay.
again. You know, they're reusable, they're washable. You know, so this is
Wonderful.
this is one style. I have two different styles, and this is
Hmm.
another style. This is another style. This is another style. This is the most conventional one, actually, that
Okay.
everybody makes. Yeah, yeah. This is the most conventional one.
Yes.
This one is like the dark mouth. You know, it's a little bit different, but
Okay.
yeah, a lot of people use it. So we're giving options at least. You know, I'm keeping
Right.
it white, but we're still giving some options.
That's off. That's awesome. But I would have thought you would have done it like some kind of African print, like textiles or something like that.
You know why I don't want to do the African print, even though it's a great idea, unless you're using a hand woven fabric, the white one. A lot of the prints are tie-dyed. and with some chemicals. So you don't want to be breathing chemical. The
True.
situation is not good enough for us to be breathing chemical. That is the only reason why I personally decided not to do the African prints, because a lot of them are paint and what have you, and it may come out when you wash it. And then if you put it in your nose, you're breathing it directly. I think we
Right.
have a lot going on already. We don't want to add anything to that. Okay.
Exactly. Understand.
Yeah.
Great
So
health reasons.
so that's the reason why. That mind you, we can still do it in the hand woven fabric, the white ones. They have the authentic white ones, and I have some being made out of that, the hand woven fabric, but in white. That is possible, and it's all
Okay.
handmade.
Well,
Yeah.
I saw something on Facebook that someone in New York ordered a lot of your masks, so they are floating around in New York right about now, somewhere in Harlem. Did I get that information correctly?
No. You didn't get the right information. Unless the person ships them over, the person lives right here in Burkina Faso. He's here. They are stuck here in Burkina Faso. I don't know if they had a way. Yeah. I don't know if they had a way of shipping it over. It may be possible. But yeah, currently they were stuck in Burkina Faso. And they came up to me and they wanted some of those face masks.
Okay, got you. So we'll have to talk some more about that. But I was like, wait, do we get Sorvis masks? We got to get them over here. So, Drew, let me ask you. No, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
No, I was just gonna say that I wish I could ship them over, but shipping out of Africa costs so much. I wish I could. I would have just supplied a lot of my friends, people in New York, or Los Angeles, DC, anywhere. You in New York, but I just don't know how we can make it happen. Unless somebody has a UPS or FedEx account, they give it to me, then I'll ship some over there.
Okay, so we'll have to look into that because that's very helpful.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, definitely.
No problem.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Drew, how about for you? Have you been able to work from home? Are you out of work? What's your situation?
Actually, I'm a student, so I don't have work to do now. So I'm just getting online education, so it's not a big deal for me.
Gotcha.
We are doing okay. India is rocking.
Yay, that's good.
Yeah.
How about for you? What's the situation about being at home, working at home, out of work?
Well, at first it was basically how out of home, being unemployed based on the fact I'm a travel nurse.
Okay.
So it really had affected me a lot.
Wow.
To go back to the drawing board and do something I've always wanted to do. And I've been, I love healthcare and wellness. So I've gotten a chance to, view a few platforms and create some online contacts of how I can, do something, some form of entrepreneurship and have something produced. So it is basically helped me, and going back to school and do some online courses to myself. So yeah, it's been working out. It's been working out.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So we have to talk about that too, because you said you're doing an online business, right?
Yes, I am.
Tell us, what is the online business?
Well, this online business is basically products that offer healthcare, weight loss, and also nutrients. Because a lot of people want to lose weight, but then there's also people want to gain weight and have the correct nutrients being provided to their bodies. So these are basically products that help to do that: maintain, lose, and also provide the natural vitamin supplement that your body needs that maybe you don't eat on a day-to-day basis.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So that falls back into the whole staying healthy.
Right, it still falls back into what my passion is about, which is health.
Yes. Okay, awesome. That's awesome. So talking about healthcare and the health supplements. Let's ask you first, Sasha. What are you doing to stay healthy? Do you have any tips? Are there any herbal things that you're doing? What can you share with us?
It's hard, but what we will have to do is basically, it will give you time to pay more attention to what you put into your mouth. You have more time.
Yes.
Usually when you're at
Yes.
Russian, you just grab something to go. But now you
Right.
have more
Yes.
time to see, okay, what am I gonna ingest before I actually digest it? So you pay more attention to what you're putting into your mouth. You pay more attention to how many times you eat. You pay more attention to what you're eating. So if you're having carbs, you're gonna balance your carbs with your vegetables and those also plus having your nutritional supplements that you're taking, which a lot of us sometimes we get so busy with work, we hardly take vitamins, we hardly take nutritional supplements because we're
Right.
go. So that is some of the things that I've taken in precautions. Like, how many times do I eat rice? How many times do I eat? You know, this is Jamaican culture, and they cook a lot of food. We are always eating. We're always cooking, but now you
Right.
have time to actually to take time to plan your meals. A lot of
Yes.
us don't get time to plan work.
That's
You
a good thing.
oh, maybe the first McDonald's or the first Wendy's or whatever. So you know what? Let me just grab something. You grab it, you go, you sleep, and then you get back up to work again. You get time to plan your meals. You get time to see what's going in your mouth before it's actually being digested. And these are a lot of things that we don't usually get to do. So I'm sure our digestive system is going to be very happy.
Yes, that's awesome. You know, a lot
Yeah.
of people are telling me that they're gaining weight at home, and I'm like, I'm losing weight. I'm like, how are you gaining weight? Like, are you just sitting around eating, watching TV? Like, there's so much to do.
There's so much to do. You
Yes.
have a little space outside. You can do some jump rope. You can do some squat. I've been doing a lot of out. Like now, it's a windy day. So you get out and you just do something that is different. You even take more time to realize the wind is moving, the breeze is blowing, and the wind is blowing, and the sun is shining. Then you usually get time to do it while you're at work, maybe thinking about another patient or something else. You know. So
Right.
I count them as blessings.
Okay, that's awesome. So, Soro, for you, can you share with us what things you're doing to remain healthy with this pandemic? Soro, can you hear me?
Oh, okay. I heard you. Listen, just like she was saying, now that you have more time, you take time to check what you're eating. It's not like you got to eat on the go because you're always in a rush. So, personally, I drink a lot of orange juice in the morning. A lot of fresh orange juice. I squeeze it myself, and then that's how I start my day. And then sometime one meal, sometime two meals. But yeah, I pay attention a lot to what I eat. You know, cooking most of the food I eat. I don't buy anything outside. Even before I wouldn't. Now it's not even the time to pretend. You know. So I try now pay attention to what I eat. You know, that
Yes,
keeps me in a good spirit. Because once you eat good, you eat well, your spirit is good as well. You know, and regardless
exactly.
of what's going on, yeah, regardless of what's going on, you keep it up positively. You know,
Yeah.
so that's what I do. That's what I do. But my vitamin C in the morning is a must. You know, I don't care if I'm going to do lime, orange juice, mandarins, whatever it is, but that's a must in these days. Yep.
Okay, awesome. All right, and for Drew, what are you doing to remain healthy during this pandemic?
Okay. Here I would like to say that I'm doing yoga, that Indian exercises.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yoga, especially I do breathing exercise for 30 minutes. I do eat healthy food. I do not eat non-veg or something else heavy food that affect my um, that affect me. Okay, so I would like to say everyone that avoid alcohol or cigarette or any other narcotic stuff, as it can make your immune weak. Take a good sleep, at least sleep up to 8 hours. Okay, so if you are doing breathing exercise for 30 minutes, okay, it will help you to flush out bacteria from the lungs and airways, and can increase white blood cells count and raises the body temperature. So please
Right.
stay at home
Good.
and you can work out.
Very good.
Good.
Very good. Okay.
Breathing
Trying to,
exercise
trying
is
to do them,
mainly do.
trying to do some of that stuff. I've been doing some ginger shots,
Okay.
looking at some herbal stuff. Like
Okay.
I take ginger, garlic, fresh squeezed lemon juice, blend it all together, add maybe like a teaspoon of honey, and put turmeric
Mm-hmm.
in it. And I take that to boost my immunity every day. That's one of the things
Awesome.
I've really stuck to this whole time.
Awesome.
Yeah, ginger is really good because it also helps to clean the nasal panel. And the
Okay.
turmeric and the lemon is very good because what it does, it cleans the respiratory system. So
Okay. Okay.
Yes, because
Awesome.
I'm trying to keep that clean. And when I do go outside, I do nasal inhalation when I come back in the house. I'm
yeah,
like, it's in the air. I need to clear my nasals, or I have a neti pot too. That's really good. But I do notice when I go outside, whenever I come in, my nose starts running. Like once I hit the air,
Mm.
I don't know, there's something in the air is
it
aggravating.
happens when because you have been maintaining it being clean, and then you go
Yeah.
out somewhere that is contaminated. It's natural. It's natural.
Got you.
As soon as you just clean again to eliminate that contamination and ensure that you maintain that cleanness. So it's normal for you to go out because maybe everybody to here is not doing it, right?
Right.
Things in the ear still. So it's because I do get it too. I'm wondering, oh my God, why is my nose running? Why am I coughing? But then, you snap back into yourself. Oh, it's normal. I've been clean inside, and then you go outside, so you're prone to
Mm-hmm.
contamination. So yeah.
Okay.
Got you. Okay, so here's the fear. I'm going into fear. Fear is the big, bad, ugly word that is plaguing the world right now.
Yep.
Are you afraid? And if so, how are you overcoming your fear? Sasha, let's start with you.
I'm not afraid. I wouldn't say I'm afraid, but even yesterday, something took place in Jamaica a couple days ago, and I was reading a paper where there was this pregnant mom, 24 years old, and she's basically she needs to have an emergency C-section
Mm,
and having COVID symptoms. And she had her child and was referred to another hospital, and nobody took her, and she died. And it was after all of that, being up and down with her family, being rejected from hospital to hospital. After doing the COVID test, she was tested negative. She didn't have COVID. She just had the symptoms. And that really broke my heart. And I was really mad at the health minister because I'm like, okay, where are the people, the doctors? That being in healthcare is a vow to save somebody else's life. And why was nobody suited up to just walk on their fair and and save this lady? To now
right.
a child that is being born without a mom, and that's the type of fear I struggle with. You know, that's the
Yeah.
type that's the type of fear I struggle with persons not being educated enough and not being caring enough and letting that type of fear, because you can show up with the symptoms and still not have COVID or not being affected by COVID because of your mind.
Right.
And why can't I think we need to operate more with common sense,
Mm-hmm.
just not. So that's what worried me. Apart from that, I just try to just keep a positive mind.
Got you.
I become fearful, then my whole soul is going to become fearful. My son is going to become fearful. And when you have to be that tower of strength and you have to be that rock, sometimes it's hard, but it's the best position to be placed in, you know,
Right.
because everybody looks to you to say, okay, what would Sasha do? Or just what would Jesus do? I mean, look at a time when he allowed Peter to walk in water, and because of fear, Peter sunk. So we still
Yes.
to try to maintain that it's normal though. Nothing is wrong
Yes.
with being fearful, nothing is wrong with being scared. But as long as you don't allow it to consume you. So I'm trying not to let it consume me.
Right, understood. And let me just ask you a follow up with that, because you are a mother. What kind of response are you getting from your son, and what kind of things are you telling him to comfort him? Because here he's out of school, he's away from his friends, he has to social distance. You know, how are you dealing with that? Like, and how old is your son?
My son, he's 13. He's gonna be 14 in May.
Wow.
He understands. We both have discussions while we're having the news. It's good to let them watch the news and see what's happening. And if it's getting too much, then you can explain to them what you think. And your children emulate you. They emulate your they emulate the person you are. And because of the type of mom I am, where I don't really show a lot of fear. My son has been he's been having I haven't seen him where he's freaking out, but I know he misses his school and he misses his friends. I've been communicating with teachers via WhatsApp or any media platform that's being provided. And I talk to him about what it is about. I ask him sometimes, how does he feel? And it really does a lot to these children. Like, it takes them from that form of normality into a different platform. But I just try to reason with him and let him understand the storm doesn't last forever. You know,
Yes.
it doesn't last forever. And I try to let him understand that even as he grow up as a man, there's always going to be challenges. There's always going to be mishaps. And you can never be too prepared. What you can do, though, is to build your faith in Christ. Pray about it. Talk.
Yes.
Yes.
This is the
Amen.
I pray more with my son. I want him to have a spiritual growth and development in Christ. Because when
Yes.
he grows older and has his own family and things are not going according to plan, he has to know where his source is. So this is the time where I direct him to his source, which is Jesus Christ. And
Yes.
I direct him to the Word of God. And I just want to continue to do that. And I thank God that I got
Amen.
to do that. So that's what I've been doing.
Okay, that's awesome. That is so awesome. For you, Sorbus, with fear being the big bad ugly word plaguing the world right now, are you afraid, and how are you overcoming fear?
Uh, I don't know how to put it, Angie, that I think in order not to be in a fierce mind state, in a careful mind state or state of mind, you have to take it one day at a time, you know? Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to take it one day at a time. That's how you can get around it, you know. When you start thinking about what you're gonna do, let's say last month, if people were thinking about how they were gonna do around April 15, and today we was April 26, 27,
27.
and things haven't really evolved. It hasn't really changed. It can really break you down, seriously. So,
You
but when
can.
you take it one day at a time, you do what you can. Just live as if today is it. You know, that's
Right.
how, to me, you're gonna be able to overcome everything. And then again, pray about everything. Just let God come and guide you every day you wake up, and then you should not be sitting there and pity patting. Well,
Yes.
the one thing it does, that does concern me though, is the whole world is in panic mode. Governments are thinking about shutting down. Economy is shutting down. This
Yes.
and this is happening. I think that's the part that is really, really bringing the fear to everybody. If government can just
Yeah.
show us that they are, they have serenity, they have peace, they can
Hmm.
handle everything, then people will be like, okay, okay. But when you read some of the headlines where they're saying, okay, nothing is going to become normal until the next 2 years or 3 years. Economically, the world is crashing. This and this. I don't think this is encouraging. But
Mm-mm.
again, I would advise everybody to just take it one day at a time, one step
Right.
at a time. That way you can make it and you would be stronger. And then put God in front of everything. He created the world. Regardless
Yes.
whether
Yes.
you believe or not, he created the world. So he knows. He knows what is going on.
Be some
So if you keep your trust in him, he would make you
Yes.
see this this would come to pass. This shall come to pass as well. You know. So yeah. Take it one day at a time and put God before everything.
Got you. All right.
I
And
can
Drew,
is that
same.
created a world.
Yeah. Same thing for you. Fear is the big, bad, ugly word that is plaguing the world right now. Are you afraid? And if so, how are you overcoming any fears?
No, I'm not afraid. No need to be in fear because by taking some precautions, you can be safe. Do meditation. It will help to make your mind calm. Do some other activities inside your home that take your attention away from the fear of COVID-19. Be in contact with your relatives via phone calls or video calls. By doing this, if you will take tension, it will directly or indirectly affect your immune system. And right now,
Yes.
the main thing is to make your immune system healthy, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
If your immune system will be healthy, then you will be okay.
Yeah.
So by doing this such thing, you can make your immune system healthy. So follow it.
Right.
So
Got
I'm following this too.
you. Yeah, I got you. I'm with you all. Like so many points that each of you covered, really hits home for me. I think like people keep asking me, am I scared because I stay in the house? And they're like, well, what? You're scared? You're not going to come outside? You can come outside and exercise. But I notice how I have a change when I come outside. My nose is running when I come outside. There's something different going on when I come outside. So I choose to stay in the house, not because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm scared. I can't go outside. And I think that when we don't have a lot of information, or the information that we have is set up to make us scared, like when you watch the news, as you're looking what's going on in the media, anybody consuming that every day, all day, would start to get scared. And
Yeah.
Drew, your
Absolutely.
immune system is affected when you have
Yeah.
fear. And that's one of the things early on that I was told, that people that are getting the virus, they're more susceptible because they're scared. So you walk around being scared because you're more susceptible to get sick because it's affecting your immune system. You're worried.
Right.
One thing that I love in New York is that our Governor Cuomo, I really wish he, because this man gets on and he gives us information every single day. He comes on like around 11:30, and he's on Periscope. That's like that, and Facebook are my only sources of information. I don't TV on because I don't want to get sucked into the fear. However, I do get concerned sometimes. For two reasons. One, because with this virus, not everyone has symptoms.
Right.
You don't know when you're encountering the virus or not encountering the virus. So I am going to take the necessary precautions and wear my mask and wear my gloves when I go out and keep my social distance. I have friends that are like, hey, I want to come over. And I'm like, we're social distancing. No. They're like, hey, you want me to bring you food? No, I have to in my house. And it's nothing against them, but I'm a lovable, huggable person. So it's strange to be around the people that I love and to be like, oh no, don't touch me, don't hug me, stay 6 feet. Like I don't want to make people uncomfortable. So I would rather just not be around them right now. I live alone. It's not necessary.
I hear you.
But I do appreciate the governor giving a lot of information, even if he says the numbers are still the same today. It's information. It's somebody who's calm and he's giving you what he has. Even if he doesn't have great news, he gives you some news, and it's like something to look forward to each day. So the numbers are going down. They've been like the curve flattened.
The Prime Minister and the Minister of Health has been doing as well, and I really appreciate that. They have a press conference almost every day, and even if the news is bad, they're passing news to you, which is really helpful.
Yes, so that's awesome. And I guess the other thing that concerns me a little is just the job market and everything. I'm not so much fearful, but I'm at a place that I'm looking for which way is God really leading me in this period,
Yes.
because I've done so much and I'm always busy. Like I never went to bed last night. I've been up all night. I have project after
Wow.
project, and I do this sometimes three or four times out of the week because I'm working on different projects and I'm trying to further educate myself. If I'm watching YouTube videos to learn how to make my channel better, I'm looking at something to get an update on the modeling industry. I'm learning how to do voice work and, how to use this microphone. I got this new blue snowball microphone so I can do podcasts. So I've been really tapping into my creative genes. So I'm just concerned about which step to move as we move forward when that time comes.
Awesome.
But it's not a fear, but fear, like stress. It's kind of stressful because stress can affect you in different ways. And that's probably how I end up not sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm not sleeping, I'm in my phone making t-shirt designs, or
Okay.
or I'm singing at
Okay.
3 a.m. I'm singing gospel on my Facebook, right, Drew?
Yeah.
COVID cabin fever. So I just think it's good to find things to do to keep yourself busy, and it's normal, it's human to get fearful sometimes, but when you feel yourself getting in that mode, find things to keep yourself busy, keep your mind busy, and think about things that you've done, memories that you have that are good. Think about those things, the place of a joyful moment, because when you think about
Mm-hmm.
things that made you happy or you had fun in the past,
It's true.
smile to your face and it takes your mind off the worry. So I want to encourage everyone to do that. So
Awesome.
next question, starting with Sasha. Do you know the latest buzz about reopening in your area? And do you feel that it's time to reopen? Why or why not?
Well, no. I haven't heard anything about that. I think the borders are still closed at the moment. I don't think we are ready to be reopened yet because the COVID affected persons, the rate is being going up right now. It's going up.
Okay.
And the government started taking special precautions very early. And I really, really, I was so happy in how, they proceed and how they have been making intercessions with persons who are affected. So I know
Okay.
we're going to be shutting down for maybe another month or so.
Okay. Wow.
Ensure that these persons are being treated and other persons are not being affected.
Got you. Okay. And Sorbis, how about you? Have you heard any buzz about reopening, and do you think we're ready for reopening?
Well, in Burkina, I haven't heard anything about reopening. I know there's a curfew going on here. Until 10 days ago, 2 weeks ago, that curfew every day started at 7. And then people were kind of fussing about it. So they brought it to 9, from 9 a.m., I believe, to 5, from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m., something like that. So the curfew, has been modified just so people can get into the curfew mode a little bit later. Because remember, it's also the month of Ramadan. So Ramadan
Yes.
for the Muslim, they have to break their fasting around 7, 6:30, 7. So if the curfew would start at 7, then they would be badly impacted. So for that reason, they brought it to 9 p.m., which is good. But as far as reopening everything, I know they reopened the big market. They have what they call a big market, the largest market in the country. That has reopened 3 days ago. But before that, the market was closed for like 2-3 weeks, But that's all I know. I haven't heard about school reopening. I haven't heard about everything coming back to full operation mode. I don't really think we're ready because they still have some cases, that they are treating. I don't think we have to rush into that. I was reading somewhere in the news this morning that Germany has reopened like 10 days or 2 weeks ago, but yesterday and today a lot of cases has come up again. It's resurging, so it's kind of scary.
Wow.
It's kind of scary. We really don't know. I don't think this is something we have to rush about. We have to take our time and make sure, because lives matter more than economy. Because a lot of people are more concerned about the economy. I mean, yeah, if you're still alive, you can worry about your money. But if you're dead, I mean, no economy. So
Right.
that's my thought. Yeah.
Understand. Wow. And Drew, how about for you? Have you heard any buzz in your area about reopening? And do you think that we're ready for reopen, and why?
No, lockdown should not be open, because if lockdown will be open, then people will start gathering in crowds and condition can be worse. Prime Minister Narendra Modi of India told that from an economic only point of view, it is undoubtedly looks costly right now. But measured against the lives of Indian citizens, there is no comparison itself. If we will live, then we can again take our economy on top. If we will die, then there will be no worth of economy. Human being is the main thing right now. Show
Yes. Yes.
humanity.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are lucky. We are lucky to have Mr. Narendra Modi as our Prime Minister. He is taking each and every decision for us only. And I'm really very much disappointed with the American government. I don't know why they are not taking strict
I
actions.
know, right? I mean, I'm still saddened by how persons really just don't really care about life being lost. Like everybody just want to get up and go do the norm. There's
Right.
a lot of persons who haven't really sat down to take a self check to say, you know what, I need to do this different, or I need to be nicer to my neighbor, or I need to be nicer to whole people, or
Mm-hmm.
Right.
there's still people who just want to get up, go party, go have fun, drink, get drunk, and just waste their time. They're not looking at the whole substance of life. Life
Mm-mm.
is about being rich, having party every day, being dressed up. There's so much to life than just that. And these are the persons that are living right now who just want to get up and waste their time and waste their life. They're the one that's living. Few
Yes.
persons and that's something that really annoys me. Oh, I can't wait for this to open because I want to go to a party. I mean, like, how essential is that? I know you
Right.
want fun, and having fun is great. I have no problem with that. I mean, I live in the islands. There's party here every day.
Every
I
day.
know that's true.
There's nothing is wrong with taking the time to just relax and just appreciate. And it's wellness. It's mental wellness. It's a self check. And I think a lot of
Right.
people are annoyed of their own thoughts. They don't want to hear their own voice. You know what I mean?
It's sad.
Sad. It's really sad.
Yeah. And I think that people really don't understand that this is serious. Like the
Yeah.
gatherings and people, like you said, they want to have parties, and that's what they're concerned about, these small things. I'm in a chat group, and somebody in the chat group said to the lady, one of them is a hairdresser, and she says, "Hey, can you come do my hair? Like, I want it this way." And I'm like, she better not go try to do this girl's hair right now. Like, her life, like,
Mm-hmm.
insult to me to even ask her that. Like, oh, come put your life on the line to get my hair done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is wrong with people right now?
It's crazy. It's
A
crazy.
wig, get you one.
It's crazy.
If it's that serious.
I haven't had a haircut in 4 or 5 weeks, mind you.
Yeah.
And I would go to the barber 2 or 3 times a week, and I haven't had a haircut in 5 weeks almost.
Crazy for real.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You know,
Yeah, because
seriously,
people are
seriously.
just, they're just a little extra, and they don't understand. Like I have not lost anyone to this virus, but I personally know several people who have had the virus and have overcome the virus by the grace of God.
Praise God. Praise God.
So, and the people that that overcome the virus are normally the people who stay home and take care of themselves, and they're using natural remedies. So I saw this one lady, she said she took an onion and she cut the onion up and put it in a cloth and put it on her chest.
That's very good. That's very good
And
because it has a lot of
Really?
iron in it. It
and
has
that helped
Okay.
her, and she was able to get herself well, that with along with some other remedies. But the irritation that she was having in her chest and the pain and everything that she was having in the chest, a simple
Uh-huh.
as an onion that we all have in our house,
Right.
was a remedy that helped her, where there's people in the hospital
She
dying.
she put it on her chest for how long?
Like 18 hours, she said. And then she would do,
Wow.
and it was like it sucks out that
what
moisture and stuff in the chest.
happen with the onion is that it dilates through the skin, through the pores,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
sends off that natural energy, and that really
Okay.
helps it helps a lot with the respiratory system,
Wow.
Wow. And
Awesome.
she
That's good to
said
know.
it
breathing.
irritated her skin.
Mm-hmm.
She said she'll worry about the skin irritation later. So I encourage everyone, if you have even the slightest, even if you don't have symptoms, look into herbal remedies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Herbs were the first medicines anyway, and a lot
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
of medicine that we get today has been processed in some kind of way. So look into herbal things just for overall health, detox, all of those things, and watch your diet. Eat more green things. If you don't like eating them, make green smoothies and put a little,
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing a
I
lot
do
of
that
that.
a lot.
I've been doing it a lot.
Yeah.
I there was some smoothie that I've always wanted to try, especially with the flaxseed and the chia seeds and the sesame
Yes.
seeds and pumpkin seeds. And I've even gotten a chance to bake them, make my own cookies, make my
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
Time at home, right? So
right.
so I have one more question for everyone. And I'll start with you, Sasha. Is there any advice that you would like to give others during this difficult time, or leave any words of encouragement for them?
Definitely. Uh be anxious for nothing. That's the best
Amen.
I mean, everybody is thinking about the storm that is going on right now and the rubble that are going to be left afterwards. I mean, the broken businesses, the empty bank accounts, because everybody's buying food and you're spending more than the usual. You're doing so much more in preparation for your family and maintaining your family, your bills that might be stacked up. Be anxious about things. Don't be anxious about it. Just take it one step at a time. Pray about it and have a positive mind. First,
Amen.
you have to do the internal work, and that begins with you. How are you going to approach whatever obstacles that is going to be laid after debris? After this storm, after picking up back the pieces, you still
Right.
have to be smart. You still have to be wise in decision making and traveling. Because since I have to do a lot of traveling, I don't think I'll travel for the rest of the year, even though I might need the cash. I'm going to have to actually look in other ways I can go around my country and maybe start something new that was never done before, and think about other ways, things that are not here right now in Jamaica that I can do differently than what I would usually do. So by picking up the pieces is basically start creating from now. And I've been praying and asking God. This has been keep dropping in my spirit to ask the Lord to position me, because we
Yes.
really don't know what's going to happen at the end of this. Nobody knows what's going to happen. And as we
Exactly.
discussed in that,
We're getting bad audio on you, Sasha.
Connection.
Okay, bad connection. All right. Sora, let me ask you also if there's any words of encouragement, any advice that you would like to give others during this difficult time.
Well, I think COVID-19 has taught us that we are all the same. You know, it has not chosen anybody on whom to impact. We've all been impacted by COVID-19. So the world has to become a better place for all of us. You know, we have to love each other. We have to cherish our loved ones because, you know, it has taught us to live together. You know, this came as a surprise on the world because it looks like nobody was prepared. Otherwise, you know, people would have taken a lot of measurements to feel like or to look like they were prepared about it. That it's down on everybody. So after all of this, we have to come out with more love. We have to come out stronger and better people, showing love to anybody, you know, compassion to anybody. This is I think this is the biggest lesson we have to learn throughout COVID-19. Because if you look all across the globe, everybody is affected. No black, no white, no yellow, no red. Everybody has been impacted. So we are the same. We are the same. We are all, God has used this to show us that we are all the same. The small virus has to teach us how to love each other and to 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 love my neighbor, to help my neighbor, to supply my neighbor with whatever my neighbor need if I have it, you know?
Right.
Because this is the time, and this is what God wants us to come out of after COVID-19.
Got you. Thank you. And
You're
Drew,
welcome.
what about you? Are there any tips you would like to give to others or any words of encouragement?
Yes, as I follow Narendra Modi, he appealed to every Indian citizen. And here I am going to appeal to everyone in this world. Do not shake hand. Have social distancing. Okay. Do namaste to everyone or do salam if you're Muslim. It's okay. God is one. He also appeals to us not to waste food because no one knows that what will happen in future. Conditions will get okay or condition can get worse too. Be prepared for it. Spend time with your family. Do compromise in
Amen.
tough situations. All right. Help the needy one. If a person in need, help him or her. Keep everything clean and sanitize yourself frequently. Wash your hands. Have some activities inside your home with your family. Do not drink alcohol or smoke. Again and again, I want to share this message to the whole world. Okay, by taking alcohol or smoke, you will make yourself in danger, as it can make your immune system weak. Try to eat vegetarian food. Avoid non-vegetarian food. Okay.
All right.
Great.
Wonderful. I love it. So
Sissy,
one last thing. Thank you so much, Drew. One last thing I wanted to do is Sasha, what is the name of your business? How can people reach you if they're interested in the health supplements?
Okay, well, it's a TLC, it's a type of life change product,
Okay.
and these are being done from the TLC group.
Try to get closer. We can't hear you good.
Right now, it's like the Nutriverse, and the reason why we're promoting the Nutriverse is that it boosted the immune system. So it's in my link. You guys can follow me on Instagram. I have been marketing the products and promoting the products so far, and I've been getting tremendous feedback. It's pretty popular, so there's a lot of person because I actually knew about it before I started being a representative for it. And since being here is a platform where persons are really interested in nutrients and stuff like that.
Okay.
So it's total white products.
Okay,
And
wonderful.
it offers
Thank you,
a
Sasha.
variety of wellness and health products.
Okay, so we
Right.
want to support each other in what we're doing.
Yeah.
So check out Sasha. What is your Instagram again?
My Instagram name is Sasha Authentic Beauty. So that's Sasha _ Authentic Beauty.
Okay, great. So reach out to her. She can help you get the nutrients you need. You can help her do some business as we're struggling in this difficult time. Also, Soro Biz, I want you to please give your information about your company, people looking for fashions from Africa with the textile fabrics.
I'm always crazy about that.
Here you
Yes.
go, Sasha. Let's pray. At the end of COVID, we're gonna come to Jamaica and have a wonderful
Yeah.
display over there, so you can make
Yes.
a selection. But how to get in touch with Sorobis on Instagram is Sorobis USA, and Sorobis is spelled out S as in Sam, O as in Oscar, R as in Robert, O as in Oscar, B as in boy, I as in India, S as in Sam. Sorobis USA. That's my Instagram. And if you want Facebook commercial, it's just the word Sorobis on Facebook commercial. That's how you can get in touch with us. Okay, very easy. A lot of information there. And yeah, looking forward to coming to Jamaica, Sasha.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You see, even though
Okay,
the
great.
economy isn't
So I
right
wanted
now,
to give
I'm
you all
going
that
to
platform.
experience afterwards. I don't know if anybody else will, but I know after everybody's stuck with all these ideas and these platforms that we're about to take on, I know it's going to be great. So God is working.
Yes.
Awesome. Yes, yes. Let's make this positive. You know, I know it may look gloomy, it may look scary, it may look bizarre, but I believe God can use this situation to turn out things positively for most of us, most of the people. So let's make the best out of it, and which is what you're doing, Angie. Thank you so much for having us talk.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Thank you. And Drew, I know you're a student, so that's why I didn't ask you. But if anyone wants to connect with you for social media, please give your information if you'd like.
You can connect me on my Facebook. Name on my Facebook account is Dhruv Saini, DHRUV Dhruv, SAINI, Saini. Okay, so you can connect me over there.
Wonderful. Okay. One last thing I want to do before we go. I have a Bible verse that I want to read. I really just want people to be encouraged, and we want to use whatever gifts and talents that we have and make them available to help other people and just stay encouraged. Even the Bible tells us to encourage one another and help our brothers, so we want to be mindful of that. But I also want to remind people to not be fearful. And I'm reading from Philippians 4:6-7, which says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus."
Amen.
Share that with you all. I encourage everyone, keep looking up. Think about the things that maybe are creative, that have been in your mind and in your heart, and things that maybe you wanted to do for years. It doesn't matter if it was 20 years ago that you thought about that idea. Go ahead and stir up those gifts today while you're at home. Don't be in doom and gloom, but thank God that you have the gift of life, because there's people that
Amen.
make it to see this day. So you are blessed by the fact that you just woke up this morning. If God did nothing else for you, He's already blessed you and gave you such a beautiful gift, the gift of life.
Yes.
So I want to say some thank yous really quick. I have to say thank you to my family at the Empowerment Lifestyle Radio Show. That is Generation Next Realty, that's part of the Keller Williams Realty team, and also Carrot Omni Media, that makes your brands human. I thank them for allowing me to have this platform to use the Zoom to be able to make this call today and encourage other people. They have empowered me to do this call, so I appreciate them. They are on Monday through Friday. They're in the Hampton Roads area. You can find them on Facebook at Carrot Omni or Gen X Realty, and I will have a link, and you can check my page every day. I have their live videos from the Zoom, and I thank them with much gratitude for allowing me this platform. I want to give a big shout out to all of the essential workers that are out there putting their lives on the line. They are on the front line to make sure that we have the things that we need, from the doctors and nurses and all the medical professionals, the police and fire department, emergency service workers, the grocery store workers, transportation workers, bus drivers, taxis, lifts, people that make it possible for us to get around, and my airline employees. To them, thank you. Every essential worker, we thank you. We just want to show you so much gratitude for what you're doing. I don't think it's been said enough, because most of these people are underpaid and they're out there fighting. May you be blessed. May your families be blessed. And also, I have to just say a quick shout out to my team on Hot 914 Radio on inthemixradio.com. I have not been there, but I'm still part of the team. Close to my heart. Big shout out to Sean Montgomery and to Shalonda B. Those are my partners in crime. I miss you all, and I'm so happy that I had a chance to do this, and I will be doing more of these calls. I have lots of friends all over the world, and for those that couldn't make it today, I will be doing some more calls. I'm going to try to make this a weekly event, and I want to thank each and every one of you for watching today. And I want to thank you, Sasha, you, Sorobis, and you, Drew, for spending your time on my COVID and Company Chill on Facebook Live. And it's great to see you all and get together. And please just stay encouraged and keep positive conversations going. We need that. You know, it feeds our soul. Okay, thank you. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Nice meeting you, and thanks for having us.
You're welcome.
Goodbye.
Love you guys.
Idea. I think
Love
we
you
need
more.
to.
All right, we'll definitely keep it going.
Yeah.
Greetings to the people in India. Greetings to the people in Jamaica. The people in the US. Greetings to you all.
Yes.
Yeah. Greetings to everybody in Africa. And oh my God, New York.
Awesome.
All right. Be
Okay,
safe.
Okay, Angie.
nice.
Bye-bye.
To everyone, and it's to be a part of this platform. And you're doing a good job, girl. Continue
Thank
doing
you.
it. And nice meeting you guys. Can't wait
Bye-bye.
to all in person.
Yes.
Okay, bye.
All right, we're getting out of here. Toodles for now.
Toodles.
COVID-19 and Company logging off. Oh.